Cop calls a black woman a threat at restaurant didn't. No, she was there to arrest the police chief before we dive in this story. Hit the comments and tell us your city or country. See how far this story reaches. If you liked the video, please subscribe. Jade Ellison walked into the upscale restaurant wearing a crisp suit and calm confidence. But she didn't even make it to her seat before a white police officer blocked her path. He scanned her from head to toe and declared, loud enough for diners to hear, that she looked like a threat. Murmurs rippled through the room as he demanded she step outside. Jade didn't flinch. She had a mission and a warrant. What that officer didn't know was, Jade wasn't here for dinner. She was here to arrest someone at his table. Watch until the end. Jade Ellison wasn't just any 20-year-old woman. She was one of the youngest federal agents in her division, known for precision, grit, and a sharp sense of justice. 8. Growing up in D.C., she'd seen her father racially profiled. More times than she could count. It shaped her. She didn't just want justice, she became it. Jade was assigned to quietly apprehend a high-ranking police official under federal investigation for corruption threats and racketeering. Her team coordinated everything. No uniforms, no backup, just a clean civilian approach inside a popular restaurant where the suspect dined weekly. Jade, dressed professionally but without a badge showing, entered at 7:03 p.m. sharp. Which have been a routine extraction took a sharp, humiliating detour when a local patrol officer, completely uninformed and entirely biased, stepped in with assumptions fueled not by facts, but by the color of her skin. The officer was off duty, dining a few tables over. But the moment he saw Jade walk in, his posture changed, stood up abruptly, placing himself between her and the back section where her target sat. "You lost." "Ma'am?" he asked, his tone anything but polite. Jade calmly stated she had business here, but that only fueled his suspicion. He glanced her up and down again, his voice rising. "You fit the description," he said vaguely. "Mind stepping outside?" Every eye turned, phones came out. A waitress froze, unsure whether to help or hide. Jade remained poised but firm. "Conducting official business," she said. The officer scoffed. "In that outfit? What are you? Security? A threat?" He gestured toward her slim black case, unaware it held her ID documents, and an arrest warrant. The crowd murmured louder, some assuming she was in trouble, others filming with curiosity. Jade's target, the police chief, peered over his wine glass, amused. Seconds ticked by like ours. The officer reached for his radio. That's when Jade calmly opened her case and revealed her federal badge. He froze. The room went silent. She didn't stop there. She unfolded the warrant, walked right past him, approached the real threat in the room. The police chief's smirk faded as she laid the paper down beside his untouched steak. "You're under arrest," she said, loud and clear. Not a single bite of food was eaten after that. The chief pushed back from the table, face drained of color. He glanced at the officer, his officer, who stood paralyzed, shame creeping in. But Jade didn't waver. She signaled her team, now entering discreetly from the kitchen and rear exits. Handcuffs clicked onto the chief's wrists as startled. Diners gasped. "You can't do this here," the chief muttered. "I just did," Jade replied. The off-duty officer lowered his gaze. Realizing the humiliation he had caused not to her, but to himself, in that moment, power shifted. Jade wasn't the threat. She was the reckoning, and the whole restaurant knew it. News of the arrest and the confrontation spread fast. But it wasn't the chief's downfall that made headlines. It was the footage of a young black federal agent, wrongly accused in real time, standing firm with quiet strength. Jade didn't press charges against the officer. She didn't need to. His silence afterward spoke volumes, but the moment became a lesson far beyond one restaurant. Assumptions based on skin color can silence justice before it speaks in. Lest someone like Jade refuses to be silenced, she went back to work the next day. Another case, another mission. But one question stayed in the minds of everyone who watched that video. How many Jades are mistaken for threats before the world sees them for who they truly are? Which country and city are you watching from? Drop it in the comments. Take care.